Good morning. I'm meteorologist Kevin Smith from the National Weather Service in Pocatello. This is your weather hazard briefing for Southeast Idaho for Wednesday, November 27th. Yes, with the correct date today. A little bit better luck this morning with our software on generating this, although still no cover image here for your title slide. Our headline this morning, patchy fog, but then quiet conditions as we head forward. Let's investigate here. As we look over the next 7 days or so, first, yesterday's winter storm is gone. Lingering snow showers, just a few light snow showers out there, quickly ending this morning, particularly across the southern highlands into Bear Lake. We're expecting travel conditions will gradually improve over the course of the day as any of the roads and highways that have been affected with the snowfall are plowed this morning, and we get the temperatures warming up just a little bit today and things start to melt off. So as the day progresses, better and better travel conditions for those of you who might already be heading places for Thanksgiving or trying to finish up your shopping and preparations. Good news there. Do have some patchy dense fog running around this morning, not terribly widespread, but here and there. Be prepared to encounter sudden drops in visibility and, of course, slow down, drive with caution if you do run into any of these spots. Can't rule it out just about anywhere in our Southeast Idaho forecast area, but the Upper Snake Plain region, the Arco Desert out toward INL, the Swan Valley area, and the Shoshone region are areas that are seeing some of the better coverage of the patchy dense fog this morning. So do be on alert for that here, at least through the mid to late morning hours. Then, still looks like quiet weather conditions are going to be on tap. We're going to see a ridge of high pressure set up off the Pacific coast. Idaho is going to be sitting right on the east side of that ridge, so we're going to have a cold northwest flow over our state here, probably for the next 4 to 8 days or so. Still not seeing signs that this ridge of high pressure is immediately going to come inland and sit right over us, which would give us high confidence in really quiet weather, but it is going to be pretty close. So what does all of that mean? We're expecting generally mostly dry, clear and sunny, cold conditions across the area, only light winds, no big wind issues out there. There will be some low stratus running around, particularly from the Snake Plain up into the Centennial Mountains, Fremont County, the Upper Snake Highland region, maybe over toward Driggs here just about every overnight and morning period, and then we'll see that low stratus kind of burn off or diminish each afternoon. Something we're watching with that, one little fly in the ointment here, is what we call cedar feeder snow potential. So basically, we have some models advertising some higher level clouds way up in the atmosphere that may be streaming in over the region here on and off through the next several days. And what those might do are drop some ice nuclei down into this low stratus deck of clouds. And that may help to generate some light snow activity or some snow showers, particularly to the north and east of Idaho Falls. I'll show you a graphic in a moment, kind of the area that we're talking about. Shouldn't be a huge deal, but of course, it doesn't take much snow to create some slick spots on the roadways, so we will be watching that. Outside of that particular feature, though, we're watching for disturbances that might try to ride down the east side of the ridge. We're pretty close to an active storm track with that high pressure not in directly over us, but so far so good. We're looking at all the long-range models here. We're not seeing signs of anything organized here over the next several days trying to come in and ruin the quiet weather. Weather risk outlook also looking quite quiet here. Of course, some of that patchy dense fog running around this morning in the areas that I mentioned here on the last slide. Maybe a few light morning snow showers here lingering in the southeast highlands down toward Bear Lake, also in the eastern highlands over the course of the day. And then you can see, particularly up in the northeast highlands region, a few of those snow showers possibly on and off here over the next several days as we watch for that kind of cedar feeder snowfall potential up in that region. Elsewhere, looking really quiet with little to no risk from the weather here as we go through the Thanksgiving holiday and into the weekend. Speaking of the Thanksgiving holiday, this is a slightly modified version of a graphic that we posted on our website yesterday. It's also available on our Facebook and our X pages on social media. Kind of taking a look at what our travel timeline looks like over the next few days. So starting over here on the left, of course, we had our storm yesterday. This was our main storm day, rain and snow for some areas. Quite a few highways did experience some slick conditions, and we had a cold front come through. But as we head into today, Some lingering morning snow showers, a little bit of fog this morning, and of course we're cleaning up a few of the highways and roads from slick conditions. But as we go through the course of the day today, we're trending green. We're seeing travel improve throughout the day. And then we're expecting that to hold for Thanksgiving into Friday, into Saturday, likely into Sunday as well. Other than those few light snow showers possibly up toward Island Park and Driggs up in the northeast, expecting great travel conditions across the region here for, again, later today throughout Thanksgiving and into the upcoming weekend. So lots of good news there. We probably will update some version of this graphic and put it out on social media again on Thanksgiving morning. Watches, warnings, and advisories today. We have canceled our winter weather advisories and our winter storm warnings that were in effect here in eastern portions of our forecast area. But we'd like to show you a regional view here. If you're headed out toward Boise, if you're headed south toward Salt Lake City, headed north up toward Bozeman, headed east into Jackson, you can see dense fog advisory here issued by our Boise office. For some a little bit more organized dense fog as you head out west of Shoshone, and some of that may be touching I-84 at times out in this region, and some lingering winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories just to our south and east as the system pulls away, but otherwise, again, trending into quiet conditions. Satellite loop really picking up well on the low stratus clouds. You can see all this blue, bright blue shading here across a decent chunk of south central, southeast Idaho. Again, we're watching the northeast corner here over the next few days for the best chance of low stratus and some of that light snow shower potential. But for now, some of those clouds are socked in here across the eastern Magic Valley, the lower Snake Plain, and down into the valleys across the southern highlands. All of this every day over the next few days should tend to burn off a little bit or diminish during the afternoons, but may come back a little bit at night. But again, trending into the northeast part of the state here will kind of be the theme. Not much on radar, a few lingering snow showers out there. Not everything you see here on this radar image is actually reaching the ground. And on the flip side, there's some activity still trying to wrap up down here across the southern highlands into Bear Lake that's not being shown, but we're still seeing a webcam or two with a few snowflakes out there early this morning. Again, all of that should be ending very soon here over the next hour or three. Here's a look at what that patchy fog has looked like this morning. This was an earlier image just north of Idaho Falls on US 20 at Yukon, showing some fog out there. Fall River along US 20 as well has seen some fog in and out along that stretch of highway. So again, just some patchy fog to watch out for. Remember to slow down, use your low beam headlights, use extra caution if encountering those sudden drops in visibility from the fog this morning. Going to continue to try to show this season. This is the Winter Storm Severity Index, a relatively new product here from our agency. This takes a look at all sorts of winter hazards, at snowfall, blowing snow, ground blizzard potential, flash freeze potential. It takes all these different inputs and puts them together into one holistic map, showing us kind of what the impacts, the winter-related impacts might look like. And you can see there's quite a few areas here today that are actually lightly shaded in blue, and that's due to just some lingering winter weather driving conditions. This might be just a little bit overdone, but certainly many of these blue areas are seeing some lingering slick conditions this morning that will take some time today to get cleaned up. But again, improving travel expected. And with no falling snow, with the system pulling away, not expecting any other significant impacts here over the course of the day. High temperatures cold this afternoon. Again, a cold front came through with the storm yesterday. So we're seeing readings topping out in the upper 20s up here in Island Park, some of our mountain ranges, the higher elevations in the central mountains. And then as you get down into the Snake Plain and eastern Magic Valley, generally near freezing or even a few degrees above freezing by the time we get to this afternoon. Taking a look at your Thursday, Winter Storm Severity Index again showing quiet conditions for most of the region, but you can see some of that blue shading up here in the northeast, and this is kind of highlights nicely the areas that we're going to be watching for some snow showers, potentially trying to fall out of that low deck of stratus clouds. Again, generally north and east of Idaho Falls, particularly up across the Island Park and Driggs region. As you can see here, impacts will be pretty limited, maybe a few slick spots on the roads as it doesn't take much snow to do that. We'll have to watch out for up there. This is the percent chance of seeing 1 inch or more of snow. And this, again, does a really nice job of highlighting the areas that we're watching here north and east of Idaho Falls. And you can see those probabilities are fairly low. This product only goes out through tomorrow evening, so it doesn't quite cover all the way into Friday, but gives you the general idea here, maybe a 20% chance in places like Ashton of seeing those snow showers stack up to about an inch. Those probabilities go up to 30 to 50% as you get up in some of the mountains here around Fremont County and the Centennials, a little bit higher than that actually in the Tetons. But if I advance this and go to what is the percent chance of reaching 4 inches of snow, not going to happen. And that's very typical when we see these cedar feeder type snowfall potentials. So not looking at significant accumulations, but just some nuisance activity to be aware of. High temperatures Thursday, very little change, upper 20s to low 30s. Warmest readings down here in Twin Falls and Burley. As we advance into Friday, drying out, quiet conditions. Again, no big storms on the horizon. We gain just a couple degrees here for high temperatures. 38 up in Chalice, maybe reaching 40 out in Twin Falls, but generally upper 20s to mid 30s. Gain just a couple more degrees here on Saturday for your highs. And finally on Sunday, just a couple degrees yet. We see some more low 40-degree readings building in here in lower elevations of the Central Mountains and coming in across the Treasure and Magic Valleys as well. Again, quiet conditions and great travel for those of you out and about this weekend. Finally, we'll wrap up looking just a little further ahead. Our 6 to 10-day temperature outlook is now favoring above normal temperatures. The odds favor above normal temperatures here over that period here across most of the western United States. Again, that is courtesy of that high pressure system off the coast that eventually should be heading east and moving inland over our area. And as we look at the precipitation outlook as well, looking drier, that odds favoring drier than normal conditions here too across the region. I'll back up here 1-2 to the temperatures. Again, we're in cold northwest flow for the next few days, but as we go a few days out, remember this starts 6 days out, so as of the generation of this image, it was December 2nd. We're going to be seeing that moderating trend in the temperatures as that high pressure comes inland. So warm, dry conditions favored here as we proceed forward. That's what we're looking at here for your hazard outlook. As always, we're here 24/7 at our office. Feel free to give us a call, reach out to us using the information on this screen, particularly if we can help you through the holiday period here. Best of luck with everyone's travels and festivities, and everyone have a wonderful Wednesday.